ahead, Deborah, just bring it home.
Okay, people, I love you all, but I really want you to hear something. I want you to listen to me around this. In the early 1940s, the Germans made a film, a propaganda film about the Jewish community. It showed people living in conditions of poverty, people who stole, people who begged, people who committed crimes, people who were dirty. They used that film to justify the criminalization and exclusion of those people. When Americans see that film today, they don't see those Jews as criminals. They don't see them as people who were humanly inferior. They see them as the victims of the crime of Nazism and fascism. But we still have a conversation about our people that they're criminals, that they're the problem. And we don't talk about the bigger crime, the people who engage in predatory financial practices that extract from everyone, the people who set up an economic structure that requires the marginalization of people. So if you don't remember anything I said today, I want you to remember this, because we call ourselves the Institute for the Black World 21st Century. The term middle class is a 20th century term. In the 21st century, there are only two classes of people. They're the class of people who work for money and the class of people whose money works for them. If you work for money, it does not matter how much money you earn, whether it's $20,000 or $200,000. When your source of income is gone, you are screwed. And if you have enough money that your money works for you, like the man who's about to enter the White House, everything in this system is designed for you to keep that money, for it to grow, and for it to be protected. We have always been no more to them than this glass, something to be used up until it's broken and then discarded and replaced. That is the whole purpose for which we came here, and when we are no longer useful, we will be discarded unless we stand for each other. And that doesn't mean just for those of us who are educated, respectable, and speak well. If we're not willing to stand for the quote-unquote criminal, for the guy who's quote-unquote predatory in the community, I guarantee you that they'll be putting that label on your grandson next, and nobody will be standing up for him.
Let's give a big hand for our panel. Let's give a big hand for Dr. Pryor. And before I bring Dr. Daniels up, I just want to say we have less than 60 days, people. We have less than 60 days till January 20th when the White House is going to change hands. There are things that can be done within this 60 days. There are things that President Obama can do right now that cannot be overturned by Congress, cannot be overturned by a court. He can do right now. The power is in his hand. It came up a little bit today. It's the issue of clemency. That is an essential presidential power. He needs to exonerate the right, excellent, honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. He can do that. He can grant a posthumous pardon to Marcus Garvey. He needs to go bolder on the clemencies that he has granted. He's granted 944, I think, to date. Some more might be coming out today. That's what I was about to get to. There are scores of people languishing in prison right now as a result of the war of COINTELPRO that was waged against, and it's still being waged against our people. People such as Mutulu Shuakur, languishing in a federal prison. Leonard Peltier, I don't know how many times his petition has been denied. Obama can only deal with those who are in the federal system. Veronza Bowers. I mean, there are people that with the stroke of a pen, he can free and he can release. Mumia is incarcerated by the state. That would be the state of Pennsylvania. See, you got to understand the distinction in terms of federal and state. But he can call upon the governor of the state of Pennsylvania to release Mumia Abu-Jamal. He can. Well, Asada was a state prisoner as well. But I mean, there are things that he can do now. Right now, he's focusing on drug offenses, and he's focusing on that because People have been unjustly incarcerated. People are sitting in jail today where the laws have changed. They said that the laws were unfair, that the laws were unjust, yet they're still languishing in prison. He can take whole classes of people, like people who were subject to the crack cocaine disparity that did not get out because the law was not retroactive. He can commute those sentences.
Come out, niggas, 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 come out. Help us stop the devil. Help us build a new world, niggas. Come out, brothers. Are we with you and your sons, your daughters are ours, and we are the same, all the blackness from one black Allah. When the world is clear, you'll be with us. Come out, niggas, come out. Come out, niggas, come out. It's nation time. It's nation time. It's nation time. It's nation time. Chant with bells and drums. Nation time. It's nation time. Get up, Santa Claus. Get up. Roy Wilkins. Get up. Dinah Ross. Get up. Jimmy Brown. It's nation time. Build it. Get up. Humphrey Dragon. Get up. Now, for real. Some master for love. Last Jewel. Get up, nigga. Get up, nigga. Come over here, nigga. Take a bow, nigga. It's nation time.